A nation rebuilt in just 3 years. In less than 3 years, a silent revolution has swept across Burkina Faso. Not through protests or war, but through bricks, concrete, and unwavering vision. From crumbling roads to cutting-edge infrastructure, from forgotten villages to the humming heart of Ouagadougou, something extraordinary is unfolding, and at the center of it all stands one man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. When Traoré rose to power in late 2022, he came not with promises, but with purpose, a bold vision anchored by 25 transformative projects. And today, that vision is shaking the foundations of a nation and echoing far beyond its borders. October 2, 2024. A jet bearing the red, green, and gold of Burkina Faso lifts off from Ouagadougou. But this is more than a flight. It's a declaration after years of silence. Air Burkina is reborn, not with spectacle, but with precision. A discreet 98-seat jet acquired through diplomatic efforts with China, connecting Ouagadougou to Accra via Bamako. For Traoré, it wasn't about prestige. It was about sovereignty. It was about reclaiming the sky for a nation long grounded. In the south, in the heat and dust, machines roar in a brand new cashew processing plant. But what's being processed here isn't just nuts. It's national pride. Under Traoré's leadership, this isn't merely a factory. It's a weapon of self-reliance. It will create over 20,000 direct jobs and more than 50,000 indirect ones. No longer will raw cashews be exported without value. Now they stay, processed, packaged, and symbolic of economic sovereignty. October 7, 2024. Another quiet revolution takes root, the launch of Burkina Faso's postal bank, BPPF. An idea first imagined in 1988, finally brought to life with $25 million in capital. But this isn't a bank for the elite. It's a lifeline for the forgotten women, farmers, youth, offering microloans, savings, and accessible financial services. Traoré calls it the Bank of Empowerment. And for millions, it is exactly that, a chance to start again. Even the fabric of Burkina Faso is changing, literally. Traoré didn't just revive the textile industry, he rewrote the nation's identity. Today, Faso Danfani, a hand-woven, traditional fabric, is worn with pride in schools, police units, even courtrooms. Gone are colonial wigs and second-hand imports. Now, Burkinabe wear their own. This isn't just fashion, it's cultural reclamation, an era of pride, an era of self-definition. In the West, a forgotten hub awakens. Bobo Dioulasso International Airport. Traoré announces an 80 billion CFA investment, not for show, but for strategy. New terminals, upgraded runways, and capacity for 1.5 million passengers annually. A gateway for trade, for tourism, for regional influence. Agriculture, once the last resort of the poor, is now the domain of the empowered. In 2024, over 400 tractors, hundreds of motorbikes, pumps, fertilizers, and seeds were distributed to cooperatives. But Traoré didn't stop at tools. He launched a $200 million agricultural program, training 20,000 youth in smart farming and agro-entrepreneurship. They were given land, resources, and a mission to grow the future with their own hands from their own soil. To the northeast, a symbol rises. Ouagadougou, a new international airport. A 3.5-kilometer runway, expandable to 4-kilometer capacity, 1 million passengers annually, built with low-carbon concrete, powered by a 25-megawatt solar plant. This isn't just infrastructure, it's a statement. Burkina Faso is not catching up. It is taking flight. Then came the shockwave. January 2024, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, the defiant trio, exited ECOWAS, the West-backed regional bloc. In its place, they founded the Alliance of Sahel States, AES. More than a defense pact, AES is a new paradigm, a shared bank, a joint stabilization fund, biometric passports, a sovereign Sahelian economy. These leaders don't speak in riddles. They build. AES isn't resistance, it is reinvention. While the world debated, Traoré acted. He quietly built 1,000 social housing units in conflict-torn areas like Nuna, Nadiagu, and Barsalgo. Not shelters, homes, made of concrete, steel, and hope, surrounded by new roads, public spaces, and dignity. But the most audacious dream? The roads. From 1960 to 2022, Burkina Faso built 3,600 kilometers of paved roads. In 2023, Traoré pledged 50,000 kilometers by 2030. Not with foreign contractors, but with local hands. The government acquired 900 construction machines, trained engineers, and mobilized youth. Each kilometer is not just asphalt, it is a lifeline to schools, clinics, markets, and the future. Every road is a declaration. We move forward, together. And finally, Bobo Dioulasso again. Burkina Faso is landlocked, historically a disadvantage. But now, the dream of a national logistics corridor is materializing. A dry port, a rail link to the coast, and a future no longer tied to geography. Even without a sea, Traoré dares to chart a path to sovereignty. This is no miracle. It is not magic. It is the product of vision, discipline, and courage. In just 3 years, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has shown that true independence is not declared. It is built brick by brick, road by road, policy by policy. This is the awakening of Burkina Faso, and now the world is watching.